Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Michael in the Morning. Today is Friday, September 4th, 2020, and this is your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. In today's video, we're going to go over how lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have started to edge closer and closer to meeting on a total price tag for the second stimulus package and how much money should be allocated to stimulus checks, unemployment benefits, and specific areas in the bill. However, yesterday, in a letter to his caucus, the New York Democrat Chuck Schumer called out the GOP bill that they are set to vote on and pass next week as inadequate. He says that it won't do enough to help the economy moving forward. So we're going to go into exactly what Chuck Schumer said about this bill, how he criticized it, and then finally we're going to get into how Chuck Schumer explained a specific timeline on when we can see a next bill. But before we get started, it would really mean a lot if you could like the video down below and subscribe to my channel. It's completely free to do so. It says that 50% of you watching are not subscribed, so if you'd like to stay up to date on what is going on, well then please be sure to subscribe. Also, don't forget, you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. So, with the Senate scheduled to reconvene next week and pass another stimulus bill, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have started to edge closer to meeting on a total price tag for the bill. Just in the last week, Democrats have come down to $2.2 trillion, and Republicans have announced that Trump would be willing to sign a bill worth as much as $1.5 trillion. So both sides are starting to come together on the total price tag. However, in a letter to his caucus, the New York Democrat Chuck Schumer, who we haven't heard from in a while, argued that a bill from the GOP-held chamber that is supposed to pass next week does not go far enough to mitigate damage from the outbreak. The legislation, which is expected to cost about $500 billion, would offer more narrow relief than other plans currently on the table, he said. Mnuchin said that the areas of this agreement that we can expect in the next bill are boosting unemployment benefits, school funding, direct stimulus checks, the Postal Service, and renewing a small business loan program, even if there were disagreements over the amount of funding for each provision. He said those are all of the areas we agree on and can expect in the next bill. In the letter to his caucus on Thursday, Chuck Schumer called the GOP's stimulus plan completely inadequate as the stalemate drags on. He voiced opposition to this plan, assuring the impasse over more pandemic aid will drag on for days if this is what they will be passing and proposing next week. He explained how the Republicans may call their proposal a skinny bill or a skinny proposal, but it would be more appropriate to call it an emaciated bill because their proposal appears to be completely inadequate and by every measure fails to meet the needs of the American people. He says it doesn't address anything that the American people need right now. He said with no money for rental assistance in this bill, no money for nutritional assistance, and no money for state and local governments, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Senate Republicans would be making another unacceptable and ineffective attempt at providing relief. He says we need to have money for state and local governments and all these other aspects in order to have an adequate stimulus bill that actually addresses the needs of the country. He goes on to say how based on the Republicans' self-described lack of urgency, the continued division of their caucus, and this new bill that they are set to pass, it is clear that Republicans are trying to simply check the box and give the appearance of action rather than actually meet the truly profound needs of the American people. He says the only reason they're doing this is to say that they proposed and passed a bill when in reality this bill wouldn't help anyone at all. He says they're simply doing this for the election so it appears better on their side. He said that what we will continue to strive for and hope we can achieve is another comprehensive bipartisan bill that meets the moment facing our nation. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that one of the aspects that Chuck Schumer criticized in the next package was rental assistance. And this is actually addressed with Trump's eviction ban passed earlier this week and enacted by the CDC. This eviction ban is a stimulus measure that will ban evictions through the end of 2020 and help over 40 million Americans. So while this isn't a direct rental assistance check or a direct stimulus check, it does prevent millions of Americans from being evicted with this stimulus measure. So ultimately, right now, Chuck Schumer explained that with regards to the timeline of the next bill, that we're currently at a stalemate. He explained how he doesn't know exactly whether we're going to get another stimulus package in the next week, in the next few weeks, or the exact date at all. But he says we are giving this our best effort to come to an agreement as soon as possible. He says they do agree on a number of aspects in the bill, and we can still expect one passed. He just doesn't know exactly when. He said that he was hopeful that the highest unemployment rate since the Great Depression and the worst public health crisis since 1918, that they would have been able to make a deal, a second stimulus package bill passed by now during the month of August. But he explained that President Trump, Mark Meadows, and other Republicans in Senate have embraced the hardline view that the federal government should be doing less, not spending a drastic amount in the next bill, and they want to spend less money. So anyways, that is just a quick update on the second stimulus check and second stimulus package as of Friday, September 4th, 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.